They called them the 12 Minds. 12 Queens, one consciousness. One voice. One will. I didn't believe it at first. Just another alien legend to scare smugglers and spice runners. But as I stand before them now, sweat clinging to the inside of my suit, I know they're real. More real than the blood pounding in my ears. My name is Cale Arden. Smuggler. Ex-soldier. Traitor. Depending on who you ask. But today, I'm something else. Today, I'm the first human ever summoned before the Crimson Synapse. And God's help me. I think they're going to ask me a question I can't afford to answer. The chamber is impossibly vast. Its walls shimmer like molten obsidian, inscribed with symbols that shift when I blink. The air tastes metallic, like lightning just before a storm. And standing in a perfect semicircle around me are the 12. They are nearly identical. Crimson skin glowing softly under the ambient light. Black, spiraling horns curve elegantly from their foreheads. Eyes like carved garnets, piercing and predatory. And each of them wears armor that looks ceremonial, yet dangerous. Something a queen would wear into battle, but one of them stands just a half step ahead of the others. Her presence is heavier, eyes more focused. Her voice is the one that will speak for all. She is their center, and she is staring straight into me. We have reviewed your thoughts, human, she says. Her voice is layered. 12 tones in one, like a choir sharing a single breath. They are noisy. Yeah, I croak. Try not to shift on my feet. We tend to be like that. I hear one of them, not her, but one of the others, make a sound, almost a laugh, a breeze of amusement in a room filled with thunderclouds. You breached our quarantine zone, she continues. You access a relic site forbidden for over 3,000 oracles. And yet you lived. I didn't know what it was. I say, quickly. The coordinates were buried in a trader's manifest. I thought it was a supply cache. You thought wrong. Her gaze narrows. The archive of A contains not just our history, but fragments of our origin, our pain, our unmaking. No male has ever touched it without consequence. I swallow hard. Then why am I still here? There's a long silence. Then, in perfect synchrony, the 12 take one step forward. And I feel it. A wave, like heat but not heat, crashes through my mind. Thoughts fragment. Images bleed in. Wars fought in molten sky. Twin moons shattered in sorrow. A queen kneeling alone on glassy black sand. 12 minds, all streaming into mine. Memories that are not mine. Regret that feels like my own. I collapse to my knees, gripping my head. You carry it now, she says, stepping closer. Her voice is the only constant in the storm. The shard of Elurai. It has chosen you. I don't want it. I shout, but it wants you. I don't remember blacking out. When I come to, I'm in a smaller chamber, alone, except for her, just a lead queen. No counsel, no judgment. Her eyes are softer now. You are not the first to try, she says, walking a slow circle around me. But you are the first to endure. What is it? I ask. This shard, a fragment of our old self, before the division, before the minds became 12. I blink. You were one being? She nods. Too powerful. Too dangerous. So we severed ourselves. 12 queens born from one soul, each holding a different part of the original truth. And now it's coming back together? Through you it could... She steps close, and suddenly I feel very, very small. But we are not yet of one mind. We must vote. I feel my throat tighten. Vote on what? On whether to keep you or destroy you. Hours or days pass. Time means little in the Crimson Halls. I sit, eat, breathe, wait. Then the chamber opens again. They return. 12 queens. 12 fates. The lead steps forward again. She does not speak immediately. Her gaze is unreadable. Then she says, "You'll pass a vote." Relief washes over me, but it's short-lived. In part, she adds, part. 6 for life, 6 for death. A deadlock. I stare. So what now? She walks up to me, So close now I can smell the spices on her skin, feel the ancient gravity she carries. We ask you, Kale Arden. The shard responds to thought, not blood. The decision is yours. The room tilts. You want to choose if I live or die? No, she says softly. We want to know what you see when you look at us. I stare at her, then at the others. They are terrifying, elegant, perfect, but also alone. All of them, even in their unity, carry isolation like a scar. You remind me of a woman I knew. I say at last, Captain Leora Jex. Tough, brilliant, never asked for help. She died when the Queen says, I nod, because she couldn't trust anyone with her secrets. The lead Queen's eyes glisten faintly. And what would you have us do? Let yourselves be seen. I say, even gods need to be known. There's silence. Then she reaches for my hand. Not as a queen, not as a judge, but as someone lonely, trying to find her way back to wholeness. The shard pulses, and I understand. It wasn't choosing a wielder. It was looking for a witness. Final log entry, Kale Arden, year 3072. The Crimson Synapse is no more. They are no longer 12, nor 1. They are becoming something new. And I'm not just a smuggler anymore. I'm their voice, their bridge, the first human to be joined with the mind. And maybe, just maybe, the last one who ever will. Because truth isn't something you steal. It's something you earn, one soul at a time.